What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, One Star Weekfoot, and we are back with another video, back with another player's review, back with another Futties player review. And it's going to be none other than this 89 Futties St.Juste. And this is a player I've never heard of, but then you look at the card and you know you need to do this objective. What's the objective to do him? You might be asking. Pretty much, you have to win 4 online single matches with 11 Dutch League players on your squad. So what that means is that you can start with 11 silver Dutch League players and then sub on any 3 players pretty much. So I ended up subbing on Neymar, Havertz, and Goretzka, and I did this pretty easy. I think I did this in about 50 minutes last night, so I'm kind of mad at myself for not doing it earlier because this review is a little bit late or on the later side, but it was a very simple objective to do, and just for that alone, he's definitely worth it. In this review, though, I'm going to focus on whether you should be using this guy in Division 1, whether you should be using this guy in the Weekend League. Before we go any further, though, if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button down below. I appreciate all you guys for watching me right now. FIFA's dead, but this channel is not, thanks to you guys. And yeah, let's look at this card a little bit closer. So, he's 6'1". He has the high medium work rates, which are not really ideal. You know, for a center back, you would want a medium, a medium high, a low high, something to that degree. He's right-footed. He has a 3-star combination, which we're not looking too closely at. I played 5 games in Division 1 with him. I got 0 goals and 0 assists. But he's a defender, so we're not really worried about that. Let's look a little closer at the stats. So, he has 94 pace, which is obviously the calling card, which is obviously the reason why people are doing this objective. His passing stats are pretty decent. I mean, his short and long passing are amazing. He does have decent vision to go with that. His curve is astronomically low. That might affect his passing if you're trying to put in those through balls that curve around the opponent, but he's a center back, so we're not trying to do that. His crossing is actually half decent, so if you want to play this guy as a right back, he could probably do it. His dribbling stats are another thing that make him unique. How many center backs on this game, even during team of the season, will have 88 dribbling or will have 94 agility? Not that many. Even the best center backs on this game will not really match those stats. So, this guy has the pace. This guy has the agility. His defending stats they're decent. All right, you do want to boost him with a chem style. I chose to use Sentinel to really boost his defending, boost his strength, because he's only 6'1", and I know that's not small, but, you know, with 87 strength, you do want to boost that a little bit with everybody having really high strength during team of the season time. His jumping stats are nice. His aggression is nice. His stamina is pretty solid. So, overall, this looks like a very good card. Let's jump into the gameplay, though. I'm going to show you whether this card's worth it or not. So, the question of the episode: should you use St.Juste in the Weekend League? Can you use him in Division 1? And I would say yes to both questions. I'm going to break down the stats so you know exactly what to expect. So, he has 94 pace, and in-game, he is rapid. He can chase down pretty much any offensive player, and if you're bringing him in to be your pacey defender, to cover for somebody who's a little bit slower, or maybe cover for somebody who's a little bit bigger, a little clunkier, this guy's going to do the job 10 times out of 10. He definitely has enough pace to play as a fullback as well, if that's what you're bringing him in for. I would say his pace is amazing, and he was outrunning team of the season attackers when it came to hitting those through balls or getting those through balls when those attackers were trying to get him behind. So very, very good pace there. I would have to rate his pace at a 10 out of 10. It's pretty much perfect, and it's just as high as you will get for a center back. His passing. How is his passing in game? I would say his passing was very solid. He feels very composed on the ball. He's able to long pass and short pass with very, very decent accuracy. I don't notice his low curve really negatively affecting him at all. I didn't really try him in the right back position, so I can't really speak on his crossing. But yeah, I would say his passing as a center back, 8.5 out of 10. Very, very good passer. And if you like to play possession, if you like to play out the back, if you think you're Pep Guardiola, you'll probably enjoy this card. The next stats we're going to talk about are his dribbling. And this is the one thing that makes him very unique from the other defenders on this game. If you like the Cannavaro, the team of the season, the Gen A types that are very agile when jockeying, they're very agile, they're able to turn after missing a tackle and still recover, this guy's going to really bring that to your team. He's very, very agile when jockeying. He's very, very quick to recover when missing a tackle. His dribbling is actually very solid, so if you do like to dribble out of the back with your center backs, you're trying to catch your opponent off guard, he could bring that to your squad. Overall, His agility, his balance, his composure are all A1. I really, really rate that on this card. And I got to give his dribbling for a center back a 9 out of 10. Would I use him at the right back with his dribbling? I would say yes. I think his dribbling is just good enough to use as a right back, even if you like to attack, so don't be scared to do that. The next thing we're going to talk about is perhaps the most important thing. How is he as a defender? Because we know he's fast, we know he's agile, and we know he can dribble and pass. But how is he as a defender? I would say there's a couple things that he excels at. Number one, he excels at breaking up play. Because he has 90 interceptions, because he has decently high marking, but most importantly, because he has very high pace. He's always in the right place at the right time to break up play. And he's always in the right position. Even if they get a through ball in behind him, he will beat the offensive player to that through ball. So his interceptions, his breakup play game, he's pretty much A1. His stand tackle, how does it feel in game? I would say he has a very clean tackle. I wouldn't really rate it as a powerful tackle. He's not going to be pushing people off the ball because in game, even though he's 6'1", he is kind of smallish. I'm not sure why. He doesn't feel quite as big as other 6'1" players I've used, such as St.Juste. However, he does have a very clean tackle. My suggestion is, if you're using this guy on your team, you do need to pair him with somebody bigger and stronger, like a Van Dijk or something like that, because he just doesn't have the strength going to certain challenges. He doesn't have the body type to nudge certain players off the ball. So if you use him and a smaller defender, you will get bullied down the middle. And that would be what I would say is his main weakness as far as defending and everything like that. Everything else, defending-wise, I would say he's very solid. He has good positioning, good at breakup play, and like I said, his stand tackle is very clean. Overall, I would give his defending a 9 out of 10. He's a very, very solid defender. You just have to make sure you pair him with somebody bigger than him. Now we're going to talk about his physical, and the first thing that stands out, the first thing that stands out in game is his jumping. This guy is a beast in the air. Despite the fact that he does look small in game, he wins I would say he wins so many headers that he makes up for it. His heading game, his heading game is amazing. He beats most people to the air. His strength, like I said, could use a boost. Even though I had a sentinel on him, I think it just might be down to his body type. He does get bullied from time to time by the bigger team of the season attackers on this game. His stamina is enough to last all game. If you do play him at the right back position, you might need a sub. But at the center back position, it's definitely more than enough. So overall, what would I rate this card? I think this guy is a very, very solid center back, honestly. Is he as good as team of the season Militao? And I would have to say no, all right? There's something special about the Militao card. Even though they're both the same height, I think Militao is stronger going into the challenge. He's better as far as just having more physical to him. And he does feel a little bit more defensively reliable than the St.Juste card. However, Militao is a very expensive player, and not everybody can afford to bring him onto their squad. So, if you want the budget Militao, St.Juste is still a very solid player. Overall, I would have to rate him a 9.25 out of 10. He's just a step below elite. And what really keeps him from being elite on this game is just his lack of really huskiness, his lack of physicality at times. That's his only weakness because he does have the pace, he does have the clean tackle, the nice breakup play, the dribbling, everything like that. He does have very good ability in the air. So everything else on this player that he does provide is very good. And I think that I might try him out as a right back this weekend league depending on the team I use. So yeah, that's going to be my Futties St.Juste review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, but until then, later.